Hello, hello. Happy Monday night. Hope you've all had a great time. And I know it takes a few minutes for some of you to see me pop up on your screen. So I'll go a little slow so you don't miss a lot of details. We have some new Embellys tonight. I'm super excited. I know that I'm calling them, I'm still saying they're Embellys because I just can't stop that. That's what they are. But for those of you that don't know what it is, it's a simple little SVG that's multiple layers designed in a card size. So it's either good for a card front or it can be used as a tag. Hey, you guys, you're on quick. It could be used for a tag. It could be used for an embellishment on a scrapbook page. They're just cute little things. All right, well, let's get going because we have a few new ones to look at tonight. I want to take you to my website for a minute just so that you know where you're going in case you're new here, and I hope you are. So first thing you're going to see is that I just paid my Dropbox bill, but good to know. When you come in, karamiller.com, you've got some options. Shop SVGs is where you find the new SVGs, the new Embellys that are up in the website. But if you click on the first picture, that's the one we're going to work on tonight. And I put everything here that I cover in class in our Facebook Live. So there's a picture, there's a link to the Embelly plus the coupon code. If you missed it, the coupon code is WHALE, and it lets you get tonight's Embelly at half price. And then this shows you what I used. And the cool part about this, if you love everything, you can simply say, add all to the cart, and then you don't have to worry about any more. It gives you everything that I'm using. Susan, I thought that was really fun too. I like that you could add something to the inside, and you did a great job. Those of you that are not in our Facebook group, you should definitely get in there. We've got some great sharing of cards that people have been doing. I love it. It's really fun to share. All right, so let me bring you down so we can get a peek at what we're going to be doing tonight. Hello, Adrian. Okay, so the one we're actually going to make tonight is this one. And it's using the new, shoot, I knew I would not remember its name. That's why it's right here. Whale of a Time Designer Series paper. I have to tell you, I am just over the moon excited about Designer Series paper. There are so many great colors. So many great designs. They're just really cool this time. Not that they aren't normally, but they just really are. And I used, this is a stamp set that we have had for a bit. The silhouette scenes I used because I love some of the sentiments in this one. So we used Life Was Meant for Good Friends. Yeah, Good Friends and Great Adventures. That's the sentiment that I used. And let's see. Oh, the other thing I want to show you is, we talked about this last week a little bit, making your own little kit so that you have everything good to go when you're ready to make Embellys. So this is the one for the Whale of a Time. You're going to grab some of the full-size cases, the wide cases, and I can put the link on the blog too so you can find those. They come in a pack of 4. I think I decided they were $10. Maybe they're $10.50. Right, Marianne? Oh, it's so pretty. So this is a 6x6. So these guys come like this, right? So I went through and I picked 2. There's 4 of each pattern. I picked 2 of each. I probably should have just done them all, but I picked 2 of each. As you can see, I've gone through a lot of them already. And then and I cut them into 4. I just cut a 2-inch strip off, and they're 4x6. So they're going to work for either the background on my on my regular card, my 4x5 1/4, or they're going to work to cut the layers of the Embelly. Then I created this little collection. So I took, and you don't have to do all of them, but I took every color that coordinates with this Whale of a Time, and I cut 2 sheets of each cardstock color. So into 4.25 by 5.5. So I have like this collection of the perfect size card fronts, card pieces, and then I took the label and I put it inside here. So if I pick up a piece of paper, this works both ways. So let's say I grab this green and I say, now I knew what it was when I cut it because it still had the label on it, but unless I can go back and find the paper, the easiest thing to do is just go out here on the cover and say, oh, if it's in here, then it must be shaded spruce. It's not garden green, it's shaded spruce. All right, so it kind of works in both ways. It helps you know what the colors are, but it also gives you everything that you need to work with this designer series paper. I also did the same thing with the playing with patterns. I love this one too. And this is where this card came from. This is a new Embelly, and it's playing with patterns. I love those colors. Those are my colors. And the hello comes from Timeless Tulips, right? So these are stamp sets that I've had. Now the next one is this So Grateful one, and this allows you to stamp here as well as on the little circle. This is done with Ornate Garden paper and the Ornate, let me grab it, Ornate Thanks stamp set, which has these really great sentiments. I love all of this cursive, the script. Cursive, I'm old. I really like that one. And again, these are not my favorite colors. This is that Crazy Sweet Bumblebee, but I've used him a lot. Okay, this one is a little more cutesy. And this is using those patterns, the playful patterns. And the thank you from the bottom of my heart comes from Bloom and Grow. Hi, Robin. Right? Okay. And I'm leaving these guys blank in the center because they're perfect for whatever season I decide I need. So whatever I need a card for, I could pop a sentiment in here later. I could write a note. So I'm kind of leaving it blank. This one I love. This is You Make Me Smile. And I use that really cute turtle paper. And they're swimming around this circle. And then this little hook. Now this is not the way that you see it. You see it like this. But I kind of liked it in a vertical format. You Make Me Smile comes from, again, something you would be surprised. It comes from Harvest Hello. Great little sentiments that you might have forgotten about. You Are So Loved. These circles. Somebody posted today that this would be great for record albums. If you have someone who's a vinyl fan, these are great. And if you look at the background, I used one of the new embossing folders. It's tasteful texture, and I really like that. It's a great background. And this stamp set is from the grand one, A Grand Kid, which is kind of weird title because I can think of so many other things I'd use it for. Yes, it's a grandson, grandkids, but there's also some great ones. There's Congratulations, Happy Birthday, So Proud of You, So Smart, So Fun, So Sweet, and So Wonderful. Lots of people that this could work for. So great sentiments. And then tonight's stamp set, or tonight's that we're using, okay? All right, so this one, it really is, it's a great one. This one kind of grew on me as we got going. So let's look at the Embelly for a minute, and you can see, I have to say it wasn't my favorite when I created it, but it was different, and it was something we haven't used in a while. But now I think it's my favorite since I picked it for tonight. You don't have to do anything to it. You just bring it on in. It's ready to go. There's nothing you need to do to work with it. You're just going to say make it. And I'm actually using a card mat because it's a brand new one and it's good and sticky. so I won't have any issues. So you want to just kind of breeze through what you're going to need. You're going to need 4 different things, papers. One is your circle, which is where my stamp's going to go, so I tend to do that in Whisper White. Then there's that one, which is, let's get both of these going in here. That kind of peachy colored one, that's this, okay? So I used this great coral. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. The embossing folder, Becky, is this one. It's Tasteful Textile, and it embosses like this. Can you see it? It's what's behind the Embelly. It's really a good one. I like it. Okay, so this is my first one. So first I have white, then I have this one. Then next is the full-on shadow. It's the one that's going to go in the back, and I use some Bumblebee for that. And then last but not least is this piece that is going to do this piece. Oops, get off of there. You're really stuck. Right here, okay? Mozilla, the embossing folder, no, it's smaller. Let me see. I can tell you precisely. I don't think it's 5 by 7, but you know, no, it's 4.5 by 6. Okay. All right, so we've got our stuff all planned out. Now we're ready to go. Let's get back to the first one. And we're going to tell Cricut to continue. There was an update. Again, I'm on the iPad. There was an update that you pick your cardstock, or you pick your setting, and see where it says remember material setting? So if you don't check that, every single time you load, you have to check it. You have to tell it what material you want. So since I use medium cardstock for all my Stampin' Up! Stuff, I check right here, remember material settings for this whole project. It's not forever, it's just this project. All right. That was this morning I figured that out, that had been going. I don't know when that happened. I feel like it must have been over while I was sleeping, because I think I used it yesterday and it wasn't like that, or maybe I just didn't pay attention. All right, so there is our white layer, and we're going to unload. Someone squiggled on the back of this cardstock, but it'll be okay. Yeah, it's kind of handy, because if you are changing materials, you can. If you're not, and you know you're always using the same one, you can just get it taken care of. I did see there's an update tonight too, and I don't know if it'll affect the iPad, or so get your cutting done early. It could be that I just didn't update my app, which I've been known to do that. And now my next layer is going to be my shadow. And then I'm going to need a card base. My card bases are 8.5 by 11, cut in half. So 5.5 by 4.25. When it's all folded up nice. I haven't used a new mat in a while. I forget how sticky it is. It's super sticky. Come on, little bugger, let go of that. All right, there's 2. Next, this is our Bumblebee shadow layer. Oh, and you know what? I could actually have told you that. Thank you, Shannon. That's great. I label mine now when I open them because for the longest time somebody would ask me what's its name and I have no idea. So I use my handy dandy label maker and I label it before I use it when I first open it because I'm a ding dong and I never remember its name. And then I have to ask you guys. All right, so here's our shadow layer. And then last but not least, we have this one. Kathy, I don't have the whole thing. I have parts of, but not. I have the paper. Now, truthfully, this would not have been my first choice for paper, but I'll show you why I like it. It's kind of an undersea scene, and I just wasn't sure, but let me show you a trick with it. Which is why I'm doing this one. Okay, we are done. And we can slide you back now. Get all our cards out of our way. Remember, if you are not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and have thought about joining even just for the discount, this is the month. There is an extra special. The starter kit's a great deal anyway, but this month you get to choose a bundle of your choice free added on to your starter kit. Starter kit is free shipping, $99 and $125 worth of product. Your discount starts out at 20%. I am not one of those leaders that will haunt you to death, I promise. You can ask, there's a lot of my team on here right now. I don't nag you. I don't. I'm going to use the Life Was Meant for Good Friends and Great Adventures. And I'm going to grab this. Now, you might think that I'm a little silly to be using Blackberry Bliss, thinking, I don't see Blackberry Bliss. What is she doing? If you look really close, it's down here in this part of the, some of the gizmos in the background. That must be under seaweed, but I don't think it's seaweed. But anywho, that's what's in there. So, and I figured that out because I looked at it and thought, well, I wonder what that is. Oh, wait. Because I have this my little cheat sheet here that I cut off the outside of the package and slid down inside. Remember I showed you these go, you fold it back like this, and then right down in here, you can just slide things right down in. And I read, and it said Blackberry Bliss was one of my options. So I thought, all right, let's use that. So I did two things with it. One, I wanted to ink the edge, but I just wanted to roll it. So I did this first, and then I definitely let it sit for a minute because I'm gonna get that ink all over myself. I'm gonna get it on my fingers. Then I'm gonna touch that Whisper White thing, and then we're gonna have it. You'll notice that this is not really a true circle. It's kind of a little flattened circle. It's just squished down a little bit. So you want to make sure that you have it in the right direction when you're stamping on this particular one. They're not all like that, but this one's a little squishy one. And now a couple things that you can do. I'm just going to stamp this right here. And get this ink out of my way. And then I'm also going to take some of the, it's the Playing with Pattern resin dots, but the colors are right. Hey, Sue. I'm going to use some of these. They're the bumblebee ones, which is going to go with our color. See? Even though I'm not using that, and I'm going to just put 3 of them down here. And I took the biggest ones. But I also didn't do it even, but we'll be... Okay, so now we're ready to assemble this little baby while this dries over here. So we've got this piece, and then we have this, and I'm going to use some of the new seal. I really do like this. It does take some getting used to. It's not up like this. It's more down at an angle, more flat, and not as much pressure as you would use on the other one, this one that we used to do. The snail, now we go from snail to seal. It's another S word. And I find sometimes a little flick helps so that you get a good, it breaks off the adhesive well and doesn't kind of, it makes the next load better. It does let you move it a little bit. You want to make sure, I start with, start with this and line this up so that it's got my shadow even. And then I'm going to pop down the rest. Okay? All right, so we got that one. Then we have this. And clearly I picked a different piece of paper this time than I did the last time. I thought I had the same pattern paper, but I don't. What did I pick? You could use that one. That one's kind of cool too. Which one did I go with? Any of these are really good. Jeannie, I'm really not doing any kind of tanning, but I'm hanging out at the pool with the kids, so thank you. The snail is discontinued, yes, and has been replaced by seal. So this is the one I used on the original card. I thought I was doing that again, but I didn't. So this one will be cool too. It'll work. So I'm going to put, this one's giving me tricky trouble tonight. I haven't really had this much issue with it. So if it feels like you're rubbing and nothing's coming, you sometimes have to turn it just a little. And then it'll start. I don't know why it's doing that. And it's sticking to me. There. All right. So yes, snail is no longer available. I don't quite know why. I didn't hear why we got a new adhesive. I like the snail. I guess this one is better, more adhesive-y. If there's such a word, there is Seal and Seal Plus, which is like super strong. This is good. Well, I have to tell you, the pink, this is Color Street. Have we heard of Color Street? I really hadn't paid attention to it. Grace and Sarah came and did this for me today. It's like it's strips of nail polish and you put it down and then yeah. I mean, my nails are really short right now and it still looks cool. So I'll let you know how long it lasts. Okay, so here we go, right? We're good. We're down. Now we're ready to put this on the top of our card. Our sentiment. Why am I having trouble with you? There you go. And now I'm ready to put this on the front of my card. Now I could just do this and be done with it. And it's cute. I like the white background. Yeah, I'd never heard about it before. A friend of Sarah's had a party. So we're going to use this. Wait, this is going to look so cool. This is going to go here. I'm going to have to trim some. And then this is going to fit here and cover up the fact that I cut that out. Right? But looks kind of nifty, like it was supposed to be like that. Right? So I just need to cut this, I need to trim this down to 5 1/4. But I don't want to get too close to this edge, so I'm going to go down just a little bit more. A little bit beyond 5 1/4. They do really last 2 weeks? Me too. Well, we shall see. I tried Jamberry before and I really wasn't good at putting them on. I just wasn't. I think it was me. Whoops. So I didn't do it. You want one more, Marcella? I think I was too far to the left, but you're right. I was thinking the same thing. Let's get it on and then we'll fix her up. I was thinking that too. I didn't center it very well. Good, Miss Ella. You know what? I wouldn't have slept right tonight worrying about that. The problem with this is it's down and it's down. So we're going to have to like it. And then this little baby is going to get some dimensionals. I've got something on here. And I wasn't using you. I get talking about my fingernails and then I put that paper down. Sarah came and helped me because the first batch I did look like a drunken sailor applied them. And I blamed it on my glasses. I think that's what it was. I couldn't see very well. I have glasses on. I don't know what my excuse was. I think I need a magnifier or something. I got one on good. The other one, not so much. I'm waiting for new dimensionals. I've only got the little minis. All right, so what can I do? I have them. So see what happened? This is too far to the right, but I can't really peel it up, right? I just can't. So what I can do is I can put this in my trimmer and I can trim this side down. Now this is kind of like your bangs. You know, you got to be careful that you don't trim too much or you're going to end up that your card's going to get cut and cut and cut. So put it down. And then I just need to make sure that that line is where I want it. Ta-da! No one will know that I didn't want that to go right to the very edge. Okay? So don't freak out when that happens to you, because it does. Sometimes it doesn't go exactly where you wanted it to go, but that you can fix it. And then I need to fix that extra one more dot to make Mozilla and I not twitch over this. There, much better. All right. So as you can see, 2 backgrounds, but still pretty good. This paper is so fun to work with. It really is. I really like it. I have to say that, oh, this is crooked too. Gee willikers. Why did no one tell me I was crooked the whole time? When I first looked at this catalog, I thought, oh yeah, okay, that's cool. It's a new catalog. That's awesome. And now, yeah, see, scissors, no. I can't do it. I would have ended up with a nightmare. So just use your trimmer and pop it in there and you're good. And it kind of looks okay. I like it better actually, I think, without the white on the edges. So have a great night, everybody. Be sure to use the coupon code WHALE to save 75 cents when you order this one. And I will have some more popping up later this week. I have toyed with doing a more traditional, the way we used to do classes, where you have to buy something and then you get the class stuff sent to you. And I've decided with the mail the way it is and things so iffy that I really don't want to do that. So what I'm going to be doing is this. I will do coupon codes with our Facebook Lives and show you exactly what I use so that you can duplicate it, but I'm not going to tie them to orders because I don't want you to have to wait for orders to come to you. Remember, I still do my Happy Shopping Club. If you aren't sure what that is, when you buy, I don't want to show someone who's here. When you shop with me, you get a punch for every $50 order. And once you get 10 punches, you get a free stamp set. We've got a couple people that are getting some free stamp sets coming on in. So have a wonderful night, everybody. I'll see you again Thursday. Bye.